The Creature from Jekyll Island, a second look at the Federal Reserve by G. Edward Griffin. This is a summary of the book. It's a very interesting book, The Creature from Jekyll Island by G. Edward Griffin is a deep dive into the origins and impact of the Federal Reserve System. The book argues that the Fed is not a government agency but a private banking cartel designed to control the US economy and benefit the financial elites. The secret meeting at Jekyll Island. In 1910, about 7 powerful bankers and politicians secretly met at Jekyll Island, Georgia, to draft what became the Federal Reserve Act. They framed it as a solution to economic instability, but Griffin argues it was a move to consolidate financial power. So how does the Federal Reserve work? The Fed controls money, supply and interest rates, influencing inflation, recession and boom. Do you remember or have you any idea of the recession and the inflation they were talking about during the Biden administration in 2020-2024? Instead of protecting the public, Griffin claims it serves banking elites by creating endless debts through fiat currency. The banking cartel's influence. The Fed operates like a cartel, ensuring profits for big banks while the public bears the risks. Example, the bailout during the crisis, the pandemic, and the 2008, the banking, when the banking and the housing market crashed. The US borrows money from the Fed, creating national debt that burdens taxpayers. The boom and bust cycle. The Fed fuels economic bubbles by printing money. Remember how money was paid during the last administration, 2020 to 2024? They just flooded the market with the money, and that caused the inflation, leading to crash like the Great Depression and the 2008 financial crisis. So, printing money will cause that. These crashes allow banks to buy assets cheaply and further consolidate wealth. So, during the crash, the market, the real estate market, when the mortgages they defaulted on the loans, the banks bought them cheap because the interest rate was zero in the beginning, and then started what happened, there was only interest paid but there was zero interest, so it was the whole the compounding interest went on to the whole mortgage. So the book suggests that central banking system worldwide follow the same model, maintaining control over economies. Griffin ties this to globalist agendas claiming financial elites use crisis to push for more centralized control. The crisis to push was used in the pandemic. And Griffin also advocates the solutions, ending the Feds, advocates for sound money, a currency backed by the sound money. Who backs the currencies now? It was gold, now it's going to be, I believe it's going to be the digital currency that's will be decentralized. It's not being centralized. And reducing government reliance on Fed. He warns that if people don't wake up to this system, financial control will only grow stronger. So I said, once we go back to this book was first published. This is the 4th edition. So the first edition was from July 1994, and today we are in 2025. 10th print, the printing was done in 2000, January. So you see how it has gone through all those the years that we still, the certain elites are controlling the people, and we have to get ourselves educated. This is a crash course on money. See, the banking, the basic of the banking and currency. Without that, it would be impossible to understand the fraud that now passes for acceptable practice within the banking system. So sometimes if you are late on your payment, what happens? They use or even sometimes what they do is, if you write a check, previously checks were written, so and they will and you have a deposit in the bank. So deposits coming, let's say, on Tuesday afternoon or in the morning, and there is also a automated payment on the same day. So what the bank will do, the bank will pay the automated payment first, and then they'll reduce the balance on your bank balance, and then they will say, oh, you had there was a drop in your balance, so we paid, but we'll charge you $25 for that. So in that case, they could have used the deposit first and then issue the payment. So that's how they do the frauds, and we have to understand how the system works. But it's very simple. If you are educated about money, this is not going to happen. So again, looking at this, the creature from Jekyll Island. A second look at the Fed. Is it a reserve? Is it? No. Then what is it? It's neither a reserve and neither Fed. Just remember that. Good luck with your finances, and please share this video, and if you like to subscribe, it's okay. Otherwise, just get the knowledge out of it, and look at some of the links in the description. Thank you for watching.